How do we get all 400 employees working together on a strategic plan? And one way was to do it in stages. And that's what we've done. And it's taken since September of last year to get to this stage. We've asked that you each devote 8 hours toward this process. It really is to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to contribute their thoughts, their ideas, and their input in the process. Because you never know when your idea is the next great idea that's going to help promote quality of life in this organization.
In the spring of 2008, the City Council and a group of department heads met to discuss the City Council's goal for the community's future. As a result of this meeting, the City Council charged the City Manager with developing a 5-year strategic plan centered around 8 initiatives.
We're all important, and being tied to a uniform goal requires teamwork.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Smith Jr., and I work with the Thomasville Solid Waste Division, and I am Team Thomasville.
The thing that excites me most about this project as the organization has taken ownership of this process. It wasn't a process that the city manager did. It wasn't a process where we hired the best consultant to come in and do this plan for us. We took ownership of this process. We did it ourselves in a way that no one else could do it. And we know our city and our community better than anybody else. And I'm excited that every single employee in the City of Thomasville, regardless of their years of service, engaged themselves, got involved in the process, and delivered an outstanding plan.
Hello, I am Allison Wilson.
I'm John Kane.
Hi, I'm Tim Connell.
I'm Felicia Brandon, and I am.
And
I am Team Thomasville.
Perhaps the most important initiative identified by the City Council was related to the cultivation of an organizational culture of service to the community. The term culture can have many meanings. We define organizational culture as simply the personality of the organization. Another definition is that set of shared attitudes, values, goals, and practices that characterize our organization. The city's values center around teamwork, respect, integrity, innovation, and service. With these shared values, we can create and cultivate a culture or personality of a unified team committed to serving our community innovatively. To do this, we will ensure that all employees receive training about the organization, its history, values, vision for the future, and training about our standards of service to the community. Effective communication is another key objective of this goal.
Hello, I'm Ron Cubitt. I work in Public Works, and I am Team Thomasville.
I'm Felicia Cochran, and I'm with the Thomasville Solid Waste Department, and I am Team Thomasville.
The City of Thomasville is a very complex organization. We are a municipality, a utility, a fire department, and a police department, to name only a few of our faces in the community. Communicating effectively both within the organization and in the community can be complex. This led us to the development of an initiative related to communications. In order for us to exceed both community and organizational expectations, we must develop channels to exchange ideas and information openly. Our communications, both internal and external, must take many forms.
One way we're going to look at enhancing our communication for both our customers as well as our employees internally is through the development of a new City of Thomasville website. And we're looking forward to having that website be a 24/7 access to accurate, current, and comprehensive City of Thomasville information. It's going to benefit our citizens because they're going to have an ease of use. They're going to be able to access this city information from their home 24 hours a day. It's not going to be related on business hours. They're going to have that information at their fingertips.
The national average length of employment is estimated at around 1.5 years. The city's average length of employment is estimated at approximately 9 years. While we are pleased with this number, we recognize the importance of retaining an experienced, loyal workforce with a desire to serve the community. For this reason, we have developed a strategic initiative related to employee retention. The overall goal of this initiative is to provide a dynamic and rewarding workplace for our employees. In order to meet this goal, the employee teams developed objectives related to creating a positive work environment, to providing opportunities for professional development, and to researching opportunities for family and employee activities and benefits.
My name is Austin Reams.
I'm Michael Manley.
I work with CNS.
I work with the fire departments.
I am Team Thomasville.
I am Team Thomasville.
The initiatives we reviewed so far have focused at least in part on our internal organization. These next initiatives focus more externally on strategies related to economic development, to our environment, and to the development of services for our community's financial viability. This development of new services is the focus of the next strategic initiative. We want to expand our existing services as well as develop more opportunities to serve our community.
As a part of the Services Initiative, we're looking at ways to expand our services, and one of the things that we're looking at right now is the expansion of our telephony service. Right now, that service is primarily residential, but we're going to be expanding that service and offering commercial services very soon, providing that service not only in Thomasville but in other parts of Southwest Georgia. One of the ideas that we've come up with is to look at the possibility of installing kiosks both in our location and in other locations throughout the city that would allow customers to interact with us without having to visit us in our offices. The city is always looking at ways to generate additional revenue to pay for the services that we provide, like police and fire and street maintenance. As we look into the future, the cost of those services is going to continue to grow. And we need ways to be able to pay for those services without having to tax our citizens. And the way that we can do that is by expanding our services into other areas, providing new services, and generating additional revenue to pay down those costs.
The Services Initiative can play an important role in the economic development. As services evolve, so will our ability to keep existing businesses and attract new businesses to our community.
In the same way we continue to search for new ways to serve our community, we must also continue to develop our local economy. Economic development is an important initiative in our strategic plan. Business cycles ebb and flow, and diversity is key to our continued economic success as a community. Our goal to develop and serve a diverse, thriving economy is supported by key objectives. We must have available land and sites for new and expanding businesses. We will also develop a marketing plan coordinated with the Chamber of Commerce economic development efforts. Perhaps most important, we will strengthen our relationships with our existing business customers, since an estimated 60% of new jobs are created by existing business and industry. We will broadly market our unique strengths both as a utility provider and as a city, and strengthen our partnerships with others involved in the economic development process. This will benefit us not only for businesses looking at our community for relocation, but also for prospective residents looking for the quality of life we enjoy.
In recent years, the Chamber of Commerce has undertaken an effort to recruit retirees to our community. The oldest baby boomers are in their early 60s, and there are 76 million more behind them. Research shows that perhaps as much as 25% of the aging boomer and beyond generation will be relocating in their prime retirement years. The goal of our Aging Population Initiative is to provide a secure and engaging environment for our aging community, both our current residents and those who choose to retire here. Our objectives include the development of a master plan for our parks to provide for social and recreational needs of the community, with particular emphasis on the needs of our aging population. Affordable housing, transportation, and health care are also important to this initiative. Today's retirees are not whiling away the hours in rocking chairs, so we are preparing to meet their needs.
Hi, I'm Robert Stauffer, CNS Advertising. I am Team Thomasville.
Hi, I'm James Molly with the Solid Waste Department. I am Team Thomasville.
Whether a new business or new resident is moving to Thomasville, both are attracted partly by our environment, by our historic oaks, clean air, and abundance of fresh, clean water. Even those who came to Thomasville during the hotel era in the late 1800s were attracted to Thomasville for its pine-scented air. Environmental stewardship, the protection of these resources, is the focus of our 7th initiative. Our goal is both to protect and enhance our community's resources for the present and future generations. The key objectives to meet this goal is for the city to set the example in recycling and environmental responsibility. We will research the use of alternative fuels in the city's fleet and explore the possibility of capturing and using landfill gases to generate electricity. The development of guidelines for green or energy-efficient housing, as well as expand opportunities for hazardous waste disposal, are also objectives. Environmental responsibility is not just the city's responsibility. but the responsibility of each member of our community. We will develop programs to educate the community about recycling, about proper disposal of hazardous material, and about ways we can all work together to preserve our resources for future generations.
As we try to improve our efforts for the environment, we noticed that there was an opening. We see the need to set up a station at the landfill where the homeowner or the citizen can come in and dispose of the one battery or the one car tire, 1 or 2 car tires, has a half a can of motor oil. We don't want them to just pour it on the ground, and for goodness sake, we don't want them to pour it down the drain. And the way to encourage that behavior was to establish a facility where we could collect these materials.
Finally, we will work to market the image of our community both locally and outside our area so as to reflect our outstanding quality of life. Thomasville is a great place to live, a great place to locate a business, and a great place to retire. Included in the Image Initiative is the action plan to improve the city's appearance. One step in this plan is the installation of gateways in some of our commercial and neighborhood areas. With distinctive design features and imagery, the gateways will announce that you're entering a special place. We will also utilize community resources to clean and maintain public places for the benefit of our entire community. Our city already has a great reputation both in the state and in the nation. We are recognized as a leader in technology and innovation, in historic preservation, and in community and economic development. We will continue to lend organizational leadership in statewide and national efforts as we identify and take advantage of opportunities to serve in these areas. The City of Thomasville, its leadership and staff are committed to our community success. We want to ensure that Thomasville maintains and improves its image as a place apart.
The reason that we're doing this is to improve the community, and that's what we're here for. We say that the most valuable asset this community has is our quality of life. So we try to determine at the outset, what can we do to improve the quality of life for Thomasville and Thomas County citizens? And I think the strategic plan tackles that issue. What can we do to improve the quality of life? And that's what the strategic plan is all about.